If you want to know how to find better zones, this video is for you. But before we get started into this video, if you haven't seen my last video about imbalance, go ahead and watch that because this video is going to go and tie into the last video. So let's get started. Also, at the end of this video, I'm about to be going over 2 trades that I took this week. I only got 2 trades, which was one from yesterday, which was a break even, and one just now that I just entered not too long ago. I'm currently looking to manage it. I'm looking to break even once it takes out this high. Looking to partial right here. Let the rest run, exit strategy, all that good stuff. But we all know that I talked about imbalance in the last video. Now, today we're going to talk about how to find a good supply and demand zones. So, in an uptrend, let me actually set some alerts first so I can know when to break even my trade. So, let me just set, it's almost there. Probably going to hit it. I like to do it every time. Alright, we all know in an uptrend, price goes up, goes down, goes up, like that. Alright, so for a bullish scenario, we will be looking for demand zones only because price is bullish. It's showing us it wants to be bullish, so there's no reason to look for bearishness, if you get what I'm saying. So in a bullish scenario, we're looking for the last down move before the up move, right? But it's not any down move before the up move. Like I said in my last video, we were talking about imbalance, right? So you want to find the last down move before the up move that has imbalance. So those type of zones will be more likely to help. Same thing in a bearish scenario. So if we had a bearish scenario, we will be looking for the last up move before the down move in a bearish scenario that has an imbalanced candle right next to it. So we're going to be looking at a couple of examples so I can show y'all what it means, because I'm basically a visual learner and it's easier to just show y'all what I mean. And zones can vary sometimes, even in a bullish market. Sometimes instead of using the down move, you can still use the up move that has imbalance. It just depends on where the imbalance lays. So I can show you a couple of examples. Let's see. I want to show y'all a really good example. So let me actually, yeah, I think there was a good example with this whole zone I used right here. All right, for example, as you can see, even though all my candles are black right here, so this is a up move right here. And you might ask, why did I use the down move? Same thing that goes with my other video. You want the next candle after to have imbalance. So if I use this candle, there would have been no imbalance. You see, it has been filled right here. The wick filled it up. So that wouldn't have been a valid zone in that case. What would have been a valid zone is this zone right here. Because even though it's an up move, it is a down move on a lower time frame, which carries this imbalance right here. See, wick to wick. It didn't even tap until it broke structure. So you wanted to break structure, so it broke the structure. Tap back in. And that's the first time I was looking for trades to the high, but that was not my overall high, since this is even higher time frame bias, so longer time term. bias is up to this high. All right, let's look at another example. So you only want to do this. It's better to do this following the actual trend of the market, like the overall. Um, let's see. For example, let me do another example. This is a good example right here. So even though this is a move right here, it has imbalance and it broke structure. So it broke structure on this high. I was probably looking at it on a lower time frame, but as you can see, there's a zone right here. It didn't tap, so there's a small amount of imbalance, but it's still valid since it's still there. So what you would do is you would look for these type of zones and you want to confirm them on a lower time frame with something like Y call um to get an entry and just manage your trade accordingly. You always want to manage your trade. All right, let's look for another example. In this case scenario right here, let's see. This is another up move. So it depends. So it can also be a down move, but it just depends on the imbalance that is there. So we have a clean move right here that has the imbalance right here. So again, if you haven't seen the imbalance video, go ahead and watch that. Taps it after breaking structure. Hold on, my alert got hit. Let me just see what price is doing real quick. Alright, took out the high. Hold on, let me get my phone real quick. I can break even. Gotta break even this trade. Yeah, I'm gonna put this a little bit closer so I can watch it so I can get prepared to take partials there. Then I'm gonna delete this. I don't need that. Alright, what was I saying? What was I saying? See, alright, so I think I was right here. So there's a nice zone, has imbalance, breaks the structure because it has to break structure. So it's the last, it could be the last down move before the up move, or the up move before the down move. Stuff, something like that. That has the imbalance. Breaking structure, it has to break structure, not a wick. Break structure, and you can all test this. You can test it in the market. That's why I recommend back test it, see if it works before even trying to sell. Um, and look for those entries on a lower time frame. And this, the good thing about this is this applies to all time frames, and that's why this thing is repeatable. I do the same thing when I'm entering. I look for the structure I'm in, the unmitigated zones, which is the zones that have imbalance, clean imbalance, and I look to enter based on them. Um, but what you gotta recognize is these zones do not, even though they're clean imbalances, that clean zones, they do not have to hold, they do not have to get hit because the markets do not have to respect the zone that you have drawn on your charts. And that's what you need to recognize. If your zone does not get hit, it is what it is. New zones will present itself, and that's what I need y'all to recognize. And that's why I don't fall into trades because I understand what my system does. I understand that these things repeat over and over, and that's why I didn't find a trade until yesterday, which is Thursday. and then I just found a trade now. I wasn't following or looking for trades because I have to have a trade. No, I waited for the structure, the unmitigated zone, waited for it to tap in, and then I confirmed it on a lower time frame and managed the trade based on my system. If if it's giving me an opportunity to break even, I'll break even. If it giving me an opportunity to partial, I'll partial it. Let it run. If it doesn't, it is what it is. It's a part of the system. It's a part of the game, and that's what y'all need to understand. Um, so right now, since I went over that, I'm gonna be going over yesterday's trade real quick. Um, it's really simple. I was on a 15-minute time frame, I believe. Yeah, 15 minutes, following the structure. So basically, let me start from. All right. So my previous videos have like what's going on right here. So I'm gonna just continue where I'm at. So on a 15-minute time frame, I was looking at. I saw this high right here. So I always look left to right. Um, it broke structure again, and then I saw this range, the unmitigated zone. So this is what I mean. You can use the down move right here, then it on tap back in, or the up move. Either one works. So it taps in, and as soon as it tapped in, I think I was somewhere. I was following the structure. I think I was somewhere right here. I'm not sure, but I was following this structure since I was still in the range. So I followed it, and waited for my double breaker structure. So it broke down bearish, broke down bullish. I mean, I said broke down bullish, broke up bullish again. Oh no, that's the today's trade. Talking about yesterday. All right, broke down bullish, broke up bullish, broke up bullish, keeps breaking up bullish, breaks up bullish again. And look at this clean zone. Down move before the up move. Or you can use the this move right here because both of them have imbalance. But I like this one because it has volume. So also you want to find the candle that has the most like a cleaner look because that's the candle with the volume in it. So I used that zone. Price came in, tapped me in. So I entered once price got right here based on my entry criteria. Price started to go up, went down, went up again. I broke even. And I was waiting to partial, like right here. Never got the partial. Came back, stopped me out at break even. And it's a small little loss of commission of like it was like $5. Something simple. Um Woke up this morning and I knew it was probably gonna set up, so I followed the structure, followed the structure, followed the structure. And I seen a hidden zone. So I can go over hidden zones in another video. It's basically the same. So a hidden zone, this is basically a demand zone on a lower time frame. So if you really look at this candle, we got this up move before the down move, pulling down, pulling back up, giving me the same zone right here. See, even though this is a down move, and then you might be like, it's a down move before a move. Look at the wicks. It's not un like this isn't even a structure point. It's not even a structural point, so I wouldn't use that. So I use this, entered right here based on my entry criteria. Look to break even, already broke even, so I'm waiting to partial. And that's how you basically find better zones. But please understand, these zones can fail. These zones do not have to hit. And that's what I had to talk about today. I'll be posting the next video next Friday. I'll post videos every single Friday, so stay tuned for that because I will be releasing a lot of